Good morning and welcome. I am Sergeant Chris Burley, and today I have the honor of being a Master of Ceremonies as we welcome 3 new professional staff members and swear in 12 police officers. To open today's ceremony, I'd like to introduce the Mayor of the City of Portland and our Police Commissioner, Ted Wheeler.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's great to have you here. And I just couldn't help notice when I walked in, everybody was standing in front of their chairs at attention. And while we do like discipline here, we don't take ourselves that seriously. So I'm glad to see you're relaxed, you're sitting down, and you're enjoying yourselves. My message is really a brief one, and it's this. You are joining a police bureau that is preeminent in this country. And like all police bureaus, we certainly have our ups and downs. We have our challenges. I think everybody's aware that policing nationally is under a tremendous amount of scrutiny. And the view that I have always had as the police commissioner, and the view that this agency has, is bring on the scrutiny. We want to be the best police bureau in the United States. I believe we're on track to do that. I know we are already one of the most respected police bureaus in the United States. I think the chief and I both agree there are more things that we can do better, but we're game for it, and we like to hold ourselves up as an example of excellence amongst police bureaus nationally. So the scrutiny will be there. But you should not see that as a problem. You should rise to the occasion and see that as an opportunity and a challenge, and I know you will. The second message I want to leave with you is that as I'm painting with a really broad brush here, but many of you are earlier in your careers. I know all of you came to the table with a tremendous amount of experience, and as we go through the role, I think everybody in this room is just going to be blown away by how impressive our new hires are in terms of the experience and the backgrounds that they bring. But you have a lot of runway ahead of you in your careers. And I want to really encourage you to lean on some of the gentlemen in the back. They may have come for the cookies and the coffee, but they also have a lot to teach you. They represent decades of experience on the streets of this city. They know the culture. They know what's going on. They know good policing tactics. Those who work here in the Bureau in an administrative capacity, there's nothing they haven't seen. And so feel free to ask them for advice and for counsel, because I know that they're eager to share their experiences with you. And I don't think I'm saying anything that you don't know when I tell you that policing can be a lonely business. It can be a lonely business. When you're out there in a situation, there will be times that you will feel very much alone. You are never alone. I mean, this is your family, and they will support you. And so do not forget to lean on them in times when you need that extra support. Finally, to the families, thank you for raising and sharing and supporting such incredible young men and women who have stepped up to public service, and this is very much public service. You are also going to share vicariously their experiences. And if you don't know that yet, let me be the first to share that bit of news with you. Because of the position they are in, because of the visibility of what they do, because of the importance, and because of the responsibility that is imbued in them, they're going to feel a lot of weight on their shoulders. And while we will constantly remind them not to bring that home, they will not be able to avoid it. So you will feel this along with them. I want you to know you are part of our family too. And if you need support or you need help in helping your new hire in the Portland Police Bureau to be as successful as possible, please do not hesitate to let us know. We are here for you as well. Finally, and then I promise I'll stop because nobody likes a long-winded politician, especially me. I want to talk about something really positive that's happened in this police bureau. Starting about 2 years ago, this police bureau went on a hiring, I almost want to call it a vendetta. We were determined to hire the best recruits from around the country, and in many cases even from around the world. And I feel like we've been very successful. Each of our recruiting classes in the last year since I took over as mayor have been more impressive than the last, which seems almost unbelievable to me. So whereas a lot of police bureaus are struggling to hire, our only struggle is getting the resources so that we can hire the people who want to work here. It's a very good problem to have. And as one of 5 mini mayors in our weird form of government, I want you to know, as your police commissioner, I will continue to fight hard for the resources we need to keep bringing in fantastic recruits like the recruits that are here. But since you are part of our new extended family, I need your help. I need you to work with us during the budget process. I need you to tell your stories to my 4 colleagues on the Portland City Council and let them know how important it is for us to bring resources to the table so we can hire amazing men and women like these to be part of our team and part of our family. And so that's a little bit of a challenge and an ask I'll put on the table. With that, thank you again. Thank you, new hires. We are so honored to have you be part of our team. Thank you.
Do you guys want to go over across?
I just do what I'm told.
Thank you, Mayor. When I call your name, please come forward and stand with Mayor Wheeler and Chief Outlaw and remain there until I'm done saying nice things about you. Family members, please feel free to get closer to take a quick photo of your loved one. Let's get started with our professional staff members. Sean Gentry. Sean was hired as a police records specialist trainee in the records division on November 28, 2017. Sean was born in Westminster, California, and his family moved to Oregon when he was 2 years old. He grew up in Salem and graduated from McKay High School. Sean has worked in retail management and inventory control and is excited to bring his interest in organizing and detail to the records division. In his free time, Sean enjoys photography, reading, and exploring Oregon. He looks forward to being a part of the Bureau's support staff and serving Portland. Welcome, Sean. Kenneth Brad Schaefer. Brad was hired as an auto servicer in the Tactical Operations Division on November 16, 2017. Brad grew up in Fairhaven, a rural village in central New York where there were more cows than people. After graduating high school, he tried a few different majors in college and then went to work as a research technician for an environmental engineering firm relicensing hydroelectric plants. After moving to Portland in 1995, Brad started working with an industrial hydraulics company as a warehouse technician and a hydraulic mechanic. He worked there for 17 years, during which time he went to Portland State and received a bachelor's degree in environmental science and management. In his free time, Brad enjoys fishing, hiking, camping, and volunteering for science-related studies and restoration efforts with various watershed councils and governmental organizations. Welcome, Brad. Nancy Sparks. Nancy was hired as a police records specialist trainee in the records division on November 28, 2017. Nancy is a native of North Arkansas. After graduating from high school, she attended North Arkansas College, where she earned Associate of Arts and Associate of Science degrees. She then spent 10 years as staff photographer and faculty secretary at the college. Nancy moved to Oregon in 1996 after marrying her husband, Craig. She built a career in the software field and progressed from customer service representative to software quality assurance analyst with a short stop as a software QA manager. She has co-authored 2 technical books on the ACT contact management software. Nancy's most recent profession was mom to her 2 daughters, Samantha and Anna. Nancy enjoys volunteering with the Meadow Park Middle School Marching Band and the Westview High School Theater Department. Nancy is joined today by her husband. Welcome, Nancy. The following individuals are being sworn in as police officers today. Again, please come up to accept your badge, and then we will swear everyone in at the same time. Brandon Brittingham. Brandon grew up in western Colorado. He studied fine arts at Colorado Mesa University and was studying electrical engineering at Portland State when he realized that his true passion was community service and applied to be a Portland police officer. Having worked as a warehouse manager, a fabrication facility manager, and as a bartender, he has had the opportunity to manage, interact, and communicate with a wide variety of individuals and loves to talk with people from all walks of life. Brandon enjoys volunteering for Habitat for Humanity, playing the guitar, martial arts, and cooking. Brandon's wife, Layla, and his son, Nico, accompanying him in his adventures exploring the woods and beaches of Oregon. Brandon's dream is to make a positive impact in his community and help everyone he can through serving as an officer for the city that he loves. Welcome, Brandon. Andrei Sharavan. Andrei was born in the Ukraine and moved with his family to the United States when he was 13. They settled in Long Island, where he entered high school. Andrei earned his Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice from John Jay College this summer. In addition to his college graduation and his hiring today, Andrei also had another big event. He became an American citizen in 2017, taking his oath of allegiance last summer. Andrei has worked throughout high school and college, starting out in a regional hardware chain where he became a store manager and also a credit union bank teller. He is a serious soccer fan as well as an avid outdoorsman and is hoping to get into skiing and snowboarding once he finishes his training. In addition to English, Andrei speaks Russian and Ukrainian and intends to learn a fourth language once he is settled into his new career. Andrei would like to thank his parents, Andrei Sr. and Luda, for their constant support of his career choice and for motivating him to do his best at every step in the hiring process. He would also like to thank his sisters Marina and Lena. Welcome, Andrei. Lou Colasanti. Lou was born and raised in Minneapolis and is a graduate of Loyola University of Chicago, where he majored in public relations, advertising, and criminal justice. Lou recently received his police officer certification in the state of Minnesota. Before coming to Portland, Lou was a volunteer reserve officer with the St. Paul Police Department. He previously worked in security at children's hospitals and clinics of Minnesota, where he patrolled the grounds and helped facilitate helicopter unloads of injured children. When he's not reading a book, Lou can be found snorkeling for rare rocks in the cold waters of Lake Superior. He also enjoys hiking, kayaking, and hunting. Lou has a passion for world travel and has a longtime girlfriend in Bangkok, Thailand, where he has traveled many times. Lou would like to extend sincere thanks to his teachers, peers, friends, and family. He would like to especially acknowledge his brother Dom, his father John, and his mother Audrey. Welcome, Lou. Laura Freer. Laura was born in Phoenix, Arizona. After graduating high school, she attended Kent State University, where she received a bachelor's degree in biology with a zoology focus and a minor in psychology. After college, Laura pursued a career in wildlife conservation with the Arizona Game and Fish Department, where she spent much of her time in remote locations assisting researchers with the conservation of threatened and endangered species. Laura was a park ranger with the Bureau of Land Management when her interest in law enforcement was sparked when she went on a ride-along with the Lake Havasu Police Department and Lake Havasu Game Managers. In 2016, Laura moved back to Phoenix to work for Maricopa County Animal Control, where she rehabilitated stray animals and found them new homes. During that time, her close work with the Mesa, Tempe, and Phoenix police only heightened her interest in law enforcement. Laura moved to Vancouver, Washington last March to pursue her career in law enforcement while she worked as a patrol security officer. Laura married her wife, Ashley Freer, this past April. They have 2 dogs together. During her free time, you will often see Laura out kayaking, hiking, camping, and exploring the outdoors. Laura is joined today by her wife and her equally supportive parents, Iona and William. Welcome, Laura. Jonathan Gomez. Jonathan was born in Orange County, California, and grew up in Ogden, Utah. He graduated from Weber State University in Utah with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Criminal Justice, in addition to completing the Weber State Police Academy for Basic Corrections, Special Functions, and Law Enforcement. After graduation, he was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, where he completed the Armor Officer Leaders Course and the Advanced Reconnaissance Course with the U.S. Army. Jonathan originally enlisted as a private first class, but is currently a first lieutenant. He has served as a combat engineer, a cavalry scout leader, and now serves as the signal staff officer for the Oregon's 1st Squadron, 82nd Cavalry Regiment. He is deployed to Afghanistan as part of 2 military campaigns and was subsequently awarded the Bronze Star Medal in 2015 for exceptionally meritorious service. More recently, he has served closer to home in response to wildfires in Oregon. Jonathan moved to Portland with his wife, Jacqueline, a longtime Portland social worker. In addition to his military service, he has maintained a career with the Verizon Wireless in several roles, until he transferred to Best Buy to work as part of their production and safety standards team. Joining the Bureau is the realization of a goal that Jonathan first began back in Utah. Jonathan is joined today by his wife, whom he met in college. He credits her for his current success and can't express his gratitude to her enough for standing by him throughout his career. Welcome, Jonathan. Christopher Grogan. Chris is a native Pacific Northwesterner. He was born in Longview, Washington, but has lived all his life in Oregon. Chris grew up in Newport and graduated from Newport High School. He began college at Oregon State University, but transferred to Western Oregon to pursue a career in law enforcement, following a summer working as a Marine cadet with Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. Chris graduated magna cum laude from Western Oregon with a Bachelor of Arts in Law Enforcement. Chris took a long road to law enforcement. After college, he pursued a career in fraud investigation, spending the next 23 years working primarily in the special investigation units of 2 property and casualty insurance companies. Chris has obtained several fraud-related professional designations and has served in leadership roles for multiple fraud-focused professional organizations. Chris has lived in the metro area since 1995 and in Portland since 2004. He and his partner, Michelle, have been together for 9 years. In his spare time, Chris can be found training for his next race, tending to his domestic animal farm, or working a DIY project at his or his neighbor's house. Chris would like to express sincere thanks to his family and friends for their support and encouragement as he pursued his dreams of working in law enforcement. Chris is joined today by friends and family. Welcome, Chris. Leah Knabel. Leah was born in San Jose, California, and moved to Portland when she was 2 years old. She graduated from Wilson High School and went on to attend Western Oregon University, where she met her husband, Alex. Leah worked for Starbucks Coffee through college as a supervisor before joining the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office in 2013. She spent almost 5 years with the Sheriff's Office in Portland, working as a corrections deputy and acting sergeant at both the Justice Center and the Inverness Jail. Leah and her husband have 1 child together, 2-year-old Molly. During her free time, Leah can be found chasing a toddler or baking in the kitchen. Leah is joined by her husband and daughter, her parents, and her closest friends. Welcome, Leah. Sahad Mujovic. Sahad comes to Portland from Jamaica, Queens, New York, where he has lived his entire life. He was raised in a tight-knit Montenegrin Albanian family who came to America from the former Yugoslavia, now known as Montenegro. Sahad has worked in the family business since he was a kid, and as a result is a competent carpenter and handyman. He is a certified EMT who worked primarily in the Bronx and Yonkers as an ambulance driver and tech prior to and after graduating college. Sahad is a graduate of Manhattan's John Jay College, having just completed his Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice this summer. During college, Sahad played for his school's soccer team and also worked as a youth soccer coach in his spare time. He interviewed with the Portland Police Bureau in Manhattan in April while he was in the final stages of his application with other departments. After making his first trip to Portland for his final interview, he realized this is where he belongs. Sahad was most interested in policing in Portland due to the emphasis on community policing. His family's experiences during the separation of Yugoslavia and with the extremes of religious and ethnic strife were a reality of his upbringing. He feels he has some insight into dealing with those biases from both internal and external points of view. He speaks Serbo-Croatian, a little Albanian, has studied Spanish, and looks forward to applying those skills in his new role. Welcome, Sahad. Jose Ortiz Jr. Jose was born and raised in La Quinta, California. In 2009, he moved to San Francisco where he earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from San Francisco State University. After graduation, Jose moved to Kansas City, Missouri, where he studied law at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. During his time in law school, Jose was the president of the Hispanic Law Students Association and interned with Legal Aid of Western Missouri, where he assisted with the economic development of low-income neighborhoods. Jose graduated with his Juris Doctor degree in 2017. Jose would like to give a special thanks to his fiancée, Sarah Aslan, and Officer Heidi Kreis for their support throughout this process. Welcome, Jose. Robel Shafra. Robel is of Ethiopian origin and was born in Sudan, Africa. Before the age of 1, he and his family immigrated to the United States. Robel grew up in the Portland area and graduated from Westview High School. Robel enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, where he served in Okinawa, Japan, as a field military policeman with the 3rd Law Enforcement Battalion. He also served in Hawaii with the Provost Marshal's Office, where he achieved the rank of sergeant. During his active duty service in Hawaii, Robel worked as a patrolman as well as in the Traffic and Accident Investigation Division. He also worked alongside the Secret Service, directly assisting in the security of President Barack Obama. In 2015, Robel received an honorable discharge from the Marine Corps. He was then hired by the Department of Defense to work as a federal police officer, where he was promoted to the rank of corporal. Robel enjoys spending time with his family, going to the movies, and participating in various community events. He and his wife Jenna recently moved from Hawaii to Portland so he could further pursue his passion for law enforcement by joining the Portland Police Bureau. Robel is honored for this opportunity to serve his community. He would like to express his appreciation to his friends and family and give a special thank you to his wife for always believing in him. Welcome, Robel. Michael Terrett. Michael was born and raised in England and immigrated to the United States at the age of 19. He attended DePaul University in Chicago, where he earned a Bachelor of Science in E-commerce Technology from the School of Computer Science. Over the last 15 years, Michael has worked in the computer science industry, designing, developing, and implementing e-commerce technology for global U.S. companies. On a very proud day in 2015, he became a naturalized U.S. citizen here in Portland. Michael served as a board member of a Chinese immersion school where he helped better the understanding of immersion education in our community and the benefits of cultural education at a young age. He is now proud to serve the community in which he lives and the country that has given him so much. Michael is joined today by his family and close friends and is being watched on YouTube by his family in England. He wants to thank everyone for their support and especially thank the recruiters and his background investigator in the Police Bureau for their guidance through this process. Welcome, Michael. Tyler Wyatt. Ty was born in Salem, Oregon, and grew up in Kaiser, where he played baseball and enjoyed the beautiful Oregon outdoors. Ty's combined interest in baseball and environmental studies led him to Willamette University, where he played baseball for 3 years, obtained all league and all conference honors, and in May graduated with a bachelor's degree in environmental science. Ty learned the importance of teamwork and hard work through his athletic career. He learned about the necessity of community involvement and community improvements through his studies. This has led him to pursue a career in law enforcement where he feels that he can make positive changes. Ty likes to spend his free time playing guitar and exploring Oregon with his girlfriend Danielle and his golden retriever Duke. He is joined today by his parents Alex and Donna, sister Katie, girlfriend Danielle Lovejoy, and grandparents Wayne and Patty Lee and Jean Zerbe. Welcome, Ty. Deborah Scroggin, City Elections Officer, will now administer the oath of office. Sworn members, if you can go ahead and stand.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, John C. Gomez,
Do solemnly affirm.
do solemnly affirm
I will support the constitutions
I will support the constitutions
of the United States and of the state of Oregon,
of the United States and the state of Oregon,
the charter of the city of Portland and its laws.
the charter of the city of Portland and its laws,
I will faithfully, honestly, and ethically
faithfully, honestly, and ethically
perform my duties
perform my duties
as police officer,
as police officer,
Bureau of Police,
Bureau of Police,
during my continuance therein.
during my continuance therein.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Chief Danielle Outlaw.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this not an impressive group of new hires? Right? Another round of applause. My sincerest congratulations to each of you on the behalf of the men and women of this Bureau, the families. This is a huge honor to stand here in front of your families and welcome you. I think this is not only a testament to where we are going as a Bureau, but this is a testament to the quality that we already have here. And it shows that you are joining a team not only of competency, but of compassion and of community, and you add to that, and that's why you were selected. So thank you again, each of you. I want to first speak to our professional staff members. As we just heard, you come from varied backgrounds and you've gained powerful insights and perspectives from those careers. Please don't be afraid to share that knowledge. We can benefit from those perspectives as we continue to refine our own procedures and our policies. We look to you, our professional staff, for support. Without you, there is no us. Police officers cannot do what we do without your assistance, and you fulfill a very critical role in this agency. You may not always be recognized, and if you need to be and we don't, just let us know. But we are grateful for the role that you play, and you're not only serving the Portland Police Bureau, but you're serving the community as well. Thank you. We're all recruiting from the same pool, not just nationally, but internationally, and you chose this Bureau. So when we say thank you, we wholeheartedly mean that. You will come here to continue to learn that policing in the 21st century is a very complex job. Our community wants us to respond to crime, solve larger systemic issues related to those who are houseless or have mental health or addiction issues. We want to feel safe in our communities, And I say we because I'm also a Portland community member. But when you go home to your homes, you're a community member there as well, and you have expectations of your police agency as well. So you know what that feels like, and I want you to bring that to work every day. There's a lot expected from us, and there should be a lot expected from us. We are guardians, and our job is to protect. But we have to be held accountable as an agency, and we have to be held accountable as an agency that continues to learn and be self-introspective. It's my job to direct that process, and it's your job to make sure that you understand these expectations and to be the best community policing officer that you can be. I know you're ready to get to your training, but I want you to understand that there's more to just the laws and enforcement that you're going to learn in the academy. Once you begin patrolling the streets of Portland, you'll be enforcing laws, but we also expect you to be a true community policing officer, and this is what we talked about earlier this morning. This isn't just a philosophy, but it's something that we weave into everything that we do. I want you to reach out and talk to people, get to know people in your community, solve problems when you can, and build relationships. That's at the very crux of problem solving. These relationships will build a foundation you'll be able to find extremely valuable. She is so cute. In your careers. Welcome to the family and friends. This is perfect timing. It's like, welcome to the family and friends that are here today. We thank you in advance for the sacrifices that you will make. If you don't know, you will be at the receiving end of many practice control holds and handcuffing techniques. Just get used to it. If you're not a pretzel, you will be soon. But know that your loved one will need to balance his or her service to the community and their personal life. And we're helping them do that as best as we can, but we really need to rely upon you as well to remind them of that there is a need for that. It is important that they have time away from their job where they can regroup and be mindful that they have a life outside of this agency. Thank you for filling that role in their life and helping them as they navigate their path in this career. In closing, I just want to share that I recently visited some Bureau members who are in the hospital with some grave health issues. And it really put things in perspective, not just for me, but for those of us here in the Bureau. The family of those involved told us how they felt supported and extremely overwhelmed by the number of Bureau members who have reached out and asked what they can do to help. Our goal as a Bureau is to be there for one another, especially during difficult times. You have now joined this family, each of you, of men and women, and know that you can count on each and every one of us to be there for you as you learn your new role. But remember again, find that balance, keep your heart and your mind intact, and remember to always do the right thing. Congratulations. Let's get to work.